We made it.
It does. It works.
Hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday. It's the boys from Geek Spot News. I'm Jack, and that's Frank over there. Coming to talk to you about all the brand new days, all the silos, some of the hot D, the new worlds, the X-Men 97ing.
Nope.
The Wicker.
Nope.
Oh, you didn't watch the trailer?
For what?
For Wicker?
Nope.
Oh, well, I'm going to spoil it for you then.
Oh, darn.
And you're going to feel the need to go watch it, I feel like. Cape Crusaders, Mortal Kombat's Masters of the Universe, so many things to talk about this weekend, all the latest casting and all the other news. Nope. So before we get to all that, maybe, or not get to that, what have you been up to, man?
I'm hungry.
Okay.
That's me. I'm hungry. It's been a little bit of hockey. It's been a little bit of I don't know. I went to bed the other night and I woke up and my shoulder hurt. I think I slept on my arm. So like all the way down to my elbow. So I have enough it's not icy hot, but it's like the BioFreeze. I have enough roll-on BioFreeze probably to numb an elephant right now, and it still hurts.
That's a choice.
That's bad.
I mean, that could be from hockeying or, you know.
No, it was literally I woke up from sleeping and ouch.
Men of a certain age have those issues.
That also happens.
You probably need a new pillow.
No, the pillow's all right. I sleep on my arm and it just, yeah. But I'm good. You know, we had the SummerSlam at Matt's this weekend, and I'm looking forward to talking about that tomorrow night on the wrestling show. And
what's that show called?
That's the Island of Relevancy.
That you can find on YouTube, right?
It is only on YouTube.
Okay, there we go.
We had some baseball stuff happen over the last day, and all the Facebook GMs are up in arms and raging, and then the lineup came out for the Phillies, and the Facebook GMs are up in arms and raging because they're all qualified to tell the manager of the team what the lineup should be, because you have a voice now with a keyboard.
Sure, I don't know. I haven't been keeping up since they stopped playing well at the All-Star break.
They made a good trade. They made a couple of decent trades, but then everybody was whining and crying about why didn't they do this and why didn't they do that. Well, when you have nothing to trade people that people want, they're not going to give you their players because your minor league system is so bad. You can't say, here's crap, give me that good thing. That's not how it works.
And all your top players all have no trade clauses, so that probably doesn't help.
Well, that too, but you're trying not to trade off your your major roster. You want to trade in the minors, but because the Phillies have one of the bottom 10 farm systems in the league and have for a while, you can only go down there and get, oh, this guy's hurt. Well, how about I trade you my hurt guy and you give me your good guy? No, that's
sounds
not
delightful.
Yeah. What about you?
Lots of soccer, lots of movies, as I kind of said in the intro. A couple college visits. So went and saw. Yeah. Went and saw the Union pull off a 3-2 victory in the last 2 minutes of the game Saturday night. It was a great match against Atlanta.
Nice.
Sunday, I went to see Wrexham play Sunderland in a friendly match, as they've been touring the U.S. the last couple weeks. So into that, like I said, did a couple college tours with my oldest. Managed to find some time to watch some things through all that. A lot of the movies I didn't get to earlier in the year all dropped on streaming, and then all the streamers have decided that August is when they're going to drop a new show like every other day. Because I think Ted Lasso comes back in like 5 hours.
Tomorrow. Yeah. Didn't something come back this week already? Did Lioness come back already?
No, Lioness is also There's like 4 things dropping this week.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm
and a
excited.
lot that already dropped in the last week or two.
I'm excited for the new stuff to drop.
Yeah, I mean, you need more things to watch. I feel like you don't have enough stuff on your list to watch.
Honestly, it's been video games, and I started working on the Great City of Minas Tirith, and that's a massive undertaking.
Sure,
it's like 3 boxes of 30 or 40 bags each. It's a lot of pieces of Lego to build.
Okay,
so
sounds like it.
It's relaxing, sit in front of a monitor and watch Amazon Prime on the computer because I have the live TV.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, Reacher will be back next week. Speaking of Amazon,
nice.
Yeah, the Super Mario Galaxy movie just dropped on Peacock. Devils Are Prada 2 just dropped on Disney. The drama just dropped on Max, which
mini streaming service.
Saw a review of earlier that I was like, I should probably watch that. Yeah, Lioness drops this week. Batman Cape Crusader dropped this week. Like I said, Mario Galaxy, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes just dropped. There's the drama. There's the new Avatar Aang, The Last Airbender, dropped like 2 weeks ago. Mortal Kombat dropped on streaming. Masters of the Universe dropped on streaming. Hot D is almost done. Dead City is now 2 weeks in on AMC. With Negan and Maggie doing their thing. Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff that has dropped lately. Forgot all about Dead City. I binged that this weekend too. They are 2 episodes into their. I think there are only 6 episodes this season. They're very, very quick seasons on that show. But do we have a list today by chance?
Nah, we don't have a list today.
Cool.
Work has been a lot this week. And the end of last week. Work's been a lot.
Cool. So let's just jump right into the news then and see what we got there, and then we'll start hitting up all the things that came out and watched, and some quick reviews and some longer reviews as we get to Brand New Day.
Yes,
and that at the end of the show with full spoilers coming your way.
But for now, we have. So the only geek news you need to know is I'm hungry. But anyway, aside from that, Landman season 3 usually starts filming in August, but this year we're going to wait. We're going to start filming in September, and we're going to film through the first quarter of next year. So we're probably going to get Landman a little bit later next year, but with the same same count, same episode count. So that's good.
So less pool scenes.
Hopefully less pool scenes. Hopefully we get a couple of horse spinning scenes in there.
Yeah.
In partial Star Trek news, Jerry O'Connell was talking about how he loves Lower Decks and he wished that they would do more. And the creator Mike McMahon said, "I need to figure out that Lower Decks movie." So maybe that'll happen. That'll be good. Lower Decks is fun. I don't know if it needs a movie, but I mean, why not? Right? It'll go right to streaming. That's not something I think you can put in a theater. I mean, you could. Right? You could put anything in a theater.
Yeah, isn't the show's done? Isn't it canceled?
Yeah, it's done. So that's kind of cool, right?
I still have not gotten to Lower Decks. That is on the list of things to probably not watch for me. I've
seen episodes here and there, and some of the episodes here and there are actually, some of them are pretty good, and some of them are just like, but they do a lot of Easter eggs and callbacks to all the other series, and obviously the Strange New Worlds episode was fabulous, with Mariner and what's his name? The hell's his name?
Jack Quaid.
Yeah. Boimer. Mariner and Boimer.
Sure.
So, James Bond, in an interview with Deadline for Spider-Man Brand New Day, Amy Pascal offered the first official update on the new James Bond casting timeline. She said the end of the year is a good bet for when the next actor to don the live-action mantle will be announced. So
why is Amy Pascal involved?
I don't know. I honestly don't know why she's involved. Her name popped up when I scrolled through this, and I was actually kind of surprised.
Is the head of Sony? It's weird that now that Amazon is all in on that. I didn't think Sony
is she still
had anything in there.
Yeah, she's still with. Maybe she's just doing like.
Well, she was doing press for the Spider-Man movie, so yeah.
She was, but I don't know why she's involved with the
James Bond.
She's with Pascal Pictures. She's co-steering the James Bond franchise.
Oh, great!
Yeah,
that can't go horribly wrong at all.
She stepped down as co-chair of Sony Pictures in February 2015. Oh, okay.
2015?
Yeah. She stepped down as co-chair of Sony Pictures Entertainment in February 2015, primarily due to the fallout from a massive, debilitating cyber attack and subsequent email leak. I guess she's just been kind of producing things with her own company. She has her own company, Pascal Pictures. Hey, whatever, But she's involved in she's co-steering the James Bond franchise, and we'll know more towards the end of the year who the next James Bond's going to be.
Great.
That's fun. I don't even know who they're considering, and that's cool. I would like to just for once be, hey, here it is.
Most of the people that we would think they'd been considering have probably aged out by now because it's taken them so damn long.
Possibly. I don't know if we mentioned it last week, but Mahershala, did I say that right?
Nope. Mahershala
Ali, he's done with the MCU. He has exited the Blade process. He made a big long quote, and he just says, if they wanted to do it, we would have done it. So I have to move on, and I have moved on. And that's pretty much the way it is. They've drugged their feet with that forever. And apparently the Wonder Man cancellation for season 2 was not Kevin Feige. That much we heard from someone involved in the show, but it was not Kevin Feige that said no to that after they said yes to it. You didn't like Wonder Man as much as I did. I liked it a little bit more than you did.
They hadn't even gotten to the writer's room yet, which is odd since they announced it 4 months ago.
Right.
But yep. I mean, look, their timelines in doing anything are all so skewed anymore. Like the fact that we'll probably only get 2 more Spider-Man movies before Tom Holland's 40 is wild.
Well, so as far as that goes, him and Zendaya are taking a much needed acting break and stepping away from all things acting, given that, they have the Odyssey, out now, Dune's coming out, Spider-Man's out. They have had a lot on their plate. So I think they're going to take some time and go be a married couple and just step away from the spotlight. Now, when he comes back to the spotlight, they will have Spider-Man 5. It's kind of in the pre-planning stages.
Right. So he's 30. So he probably won't be 35 till that movie comes out.
Well, you figure that movie will come out probably 3 years, maybe 3 years at the earliest.
Yeah. So he'll be 35-ish when it comes out.
And the Spider-Verse movie will have hopefully the third one come out by then.
Maybe.
And then they'll be able to move Miles Morales into live action, because if I recall, the last time we mentioned that, they had said that they're not putting Miles in live action until the Spider-Verse animated is done, and then they will move him into live action. So you get one and a half more movies with Tom, and you can introduce Miles and then kind of hand it off to him for a while.
Yeah, look, the kid that'll end up playing Miles probably is 5 years old right now.
Yeah, he was just born. most likely.
And Charles, I'm sure Frank has not seen the teaser trailer for Buddy the movie.
But
But I
know
have
what
also
the movie
not
is.
seen the trailer for that. Cast looks great. I'll have to catch that this week.
I don't know what will be the movie.
It's a horror movie.
Oh, okay. We did get a Marvel casting. The actual first official one that they have released. Samara Weaving, Australian actress, has been cast as Emma Frost for the next
For the Mutant Saga that's coming out next.
when they're being. So she's done some stuff. She's in Ready or Not.
Yep, she's great in that movie. I reviewed that
Over
like
Your
a month and a half ago here.
Caroline. Okay. She's in Snake Eyes, but not the Snake Eyes that I remembered with Nicolas Cage back in Atlantic City. The good Snake
No,
Eyes?
she is in Snake Eyes. That movie was rough. It took me three sittings to get through that movie.
Oof.
Yeah, it is rough. She's the niece of Hugo Weaving, in case you were wondering with the name familiarity
Mr.
there.
Anderson.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know how familiar you are with the White Queen or Emma Frost.
I'm not. Just from basically the last time she was in the X-Men movies, and she didn't last that long.
No,
in X-Men Origins.
Yeah,
she make it out of the first movie?
That wasn't Origins. First Class.
First Class. I'm sorry, not Origins. I was looking at something that had Origins on it.
They did too many time jumps and things to screw stuff up, so they didn't use her again in those. That was January Jones played her in those. Yeah, so she is a member of the X-Men and a major character to last like maybe 15 years.
Okay.
So that tells me that these X-Men movies will not be for me.
No.
No, because she kind of became the new Magneto kind of in like the redemption arc, and she became the leader of the X-Men for a while, but it's her and Cyclops became a thing to push Jean Grey out to make her go somewhere else. So it's like a big love triangle thing. It used to be Wolverine. Now it's, Emma Frost is the third in their love triangle and all that stuff. So like I have not gotten into any of those story arcs.
Gotcha.
So I feel like the X-Men cinematic run will be for the young kids that they think are reading comics, as opposed to most of those readers being in their 40s and 50s and having read for the last 50 years.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm not opposed to it. I think she's great. But I don't know that I have any interest in the direction they seem to be going with the X-Men saga. And we'll talk more about that when we get to Brand New Day.
Yeah. So this weekend was a great weekend box office wise for Tom Holland and Zendaya. But the Odyssey, which opened on July 15th and has been out, 2 weeks? 3 weeks? 2.5 weeks?
3 weeks.
3 weeks so far has a domestic gross of $405 million, an international gross of $516 million, for a worldwide box office gross of $922 million in about 2.5 weeks. Spider-Man Brand New Day has shattered records all over the place. The domestic take for the weekend was $407 million. The international take for the weekend was $645 million, bringing it to $1 billion in 6 days. It broke the Endgame records. It's breaking all kinds of records, and it's not even in IMAX.
Not yet.
Not
and
yet.
It wasn't supposed to be.
No, and nobody. They expected it to do in the 800s. I think total.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to get dropped in IMAX at all. It's going to get released in IMAX this weekend. Pushing the Odyssey out because the Odyssey was supposed to have a full month. Theater chain said, never mind.
No, we'll take this. This is the hotter property right now.
The Odyssey will definitely pass the $1 billion mark. I think Spider-Man
sure it
will
will.
probably take out Toy Story by the end of the week, before it hits the next weekend. It's below Toy Story by about 17 million right now.
I mean, look, that's great. It's great for people saying that there's nobody wants to go to the movies anymore. It's great for the theater industry. I would love to go see it in IMAX. We'll talk about it in a couple minutes. So since they cast Emma Frost, there's been rumors flying all over the place. Cooper Hoffman and Drew Starkey have been at the center of rumors of Cyclops, with one report going so far as to claim that Cooper Hoffman has been cast and the deal has been finalized. Cooper has put his foot down and said that this is completely false. He does not have any involvement in the MCU's X-Men reboot. He said that, casting stories and fan casting can quickly get out of control and spread quickly. So the theories about him playing Cyclops were normal but inaccurate. And as we all know, we believe everything that someone says that they're not involved in because it always turns out to be true. Isn't that right, Andrew Garfield?
He is not a superhero vibe at all.
No, I looked him up. No.
Love his dad.
Yep.
But he is not a superhero vibe at all.
No.
That's a commitment to be like, all right, I'm going to get in superhero shape for this thing.
Well, it's that. And if you're going to play, I'm going to assume that if you're going to go and play one of the central X-Men,
it is also a very long contract.
Yeah, you're going to, and they don't do those big 7 to 9 year contracts anymore, but you're definitely going to sign on for 3 or 4 movies, probably. At least.
Yeah. At least.
Because you're going to, you have Doomsday, then you have Secret War, and then we're going right into it. And Marvel is not going to litter us anymore with a little bit of stuff here and there. They're not going to sprinkle us with, here's 7 TV shows you have to watch to understand the last movie that we just put out, so they say.
No, which is, I don't know that matters, though, because they haven't even followed up on the movies that they said, hey, here's the next movie coming up.
But they're going to try and cram it all in Doomsday.
Yeah, great. Yeah, look, we'll get the rest of the X-Men casting news probably in about 3 weeks at D23. So,
yeah, I would assume so. And wouldn't it be hilarious if Cooper Hoffman was named as Scott Summers?
One more reason why I probably wouldn't watch the new X-Men.
That's fair. Other than that, any other news I have, we'll kind of get around to when we get to talking about Spider-Man, because of the spoiler aspect of Spider-Man. I managed to avoid all spoilers for Spider-Man. Not usually go to see a movie like that on a Thursday, and I dodged, ducked, and I did my best dodgeball. I did the 3Ds of dodging, and I actually got through without spoilers. Happy.
Good job. I went at like 3:30 on Thursday and managed to not have anything spoiled.
Yeah, I was mad that I didn't see it early. But it's one of the few movies that my kid actually will go and see with me still. Like, of all the movies, and I don't see it twice as much anymore. He would see it twice probably.
No, I meant you would just go twice then. That's what I used to do.
I normally go on Thursday, but I had stuff going on. The 5Ds of dodgeball. Thank you. And Charles is going to volunteer at Monster Mania in Cherry Hill next weekend. Say hi to our friend Jackie, who will probably be there.
To be fair, Pete, 2 of those are Dodge.
That's true, but that's okay. Yeah, our friend Jackie loves the Monster Mania cons.
She does, and she always goes to the one in Cherry Hill, so I'm sure she will be there with her hubby.
But that's it for the newsy stuff.
So we got a trailer, which I don't know how you have not seen all of the internet about this trailer for Wicker.
I have not, actually.
Starring Olivia Colman, Peter Dinklage, Elizabeth Debicki, Richard Grant, and Alexander Skarsgård.
Is Richard Grant the guy that was in Hudson Hawk?
Probably.
Did I just pull that all the way from Hudson?
He's Old Man Loki.
That's Richard Grant. He was in Hudson Hawk. He was married to Sandra. was her name?
Gina Davis?
No.
Sandra
No, no.
Bernhardt.
Yes, that's the one.
Yes. So this movie though is about there's a woman in town played by Olivia Colman who has been kind of pushed off and ostracized by the town because they all want her to get married. She doesn't like any of the men. So she goes to a basket maker and asks the basket maker to weave her a husband.
Oh.
Who then comes to life. And it looks like it gets filthy, raunchy, dirty smut.
Okay.
With her and the Wicker guy for the rest of the movie. It looks wild. And it has been all over Threads and Blue Skies and X and whatever. Oh my God, it's great. So that movie is coming out. I don't even know when it's coming. October 30th is when that's coming out. But you should definitely watch this trailer. It is an experience to watch this trailer for this movie. It looks fascinating. So I had to mention that because I sent you the trailer this week. X-Men 97. I'll hit some of that stuff real quick.
Sure.
Actually, let me hit the two movies that came out a while ago. You had already seen Masters of the Universe.
I did.
When it came
hadn't
out.
seen it, right?
No.
Did you like it?
No.
Really?
No.
Not at all?
It took 3 sittings to get through.
See,
I was so bored every time I watched it.
I didn't go into, I'm not shocked, but I didn't go into it with this is going to be an engaging, wonderful movie. It was a throwback to the 80s cartoon in every way that it could be.
See, and I've heard that now from a lot of people, and I'm like, the first hour was on Earth.
Well,
like,
yeah, I mean,
for
that
no good reason.
That part was a little weird.
My problem with it is, before we get to Eternia, you're telling me the kid playing Adam, right? What's his name? Noah? No, wrong guy. Is that Santino?
Yeah, Santino was the original guy that dropped out.
Oh, so who's the guy that got it? Anyway, you're not going to convince me at any point that this guy is Nicholas Galton, whatever. Yeah, Nicholas something.
Nicholas Galitzine.
You're not going to convince me that this guy's like, oh, I'm so out of shape and weak, I need to go to the gym. Like, at no point, other than to get a Dolph Lundgren cameo in. And I don't think there was ever a point when watching the original cartoon where you're like, oh, Adam's so weak and tiny and frail. And then when they did make him He-Man finally, they do this awful CGI where they take his body and shrink it down to make it get to the same size he already was again. Just like, it was, some of that stuff was so dumb. Look, and I loved the Kevin Smith reboot. I defended that quite a bit on here. I liked the original cartoon. I was not into this reboot at all because, like, I don't know that Leto knew what he wanted to do with Skeletor.
Well, so I thought this was his best role in a long time because the voice worked, right?
The voice was fine.
Yeah. Like, I think it worked. I think it worked for what it was. I think that they once they got to Eternia, they paid in great homage to the 80s classic. The naming convention that he gives the characters was fun.
But then they kept it.
Well, yeah, of course.
Like I was like, I get it. They were all you named him when you were 10, but like, what's Fisto's actual name? Is it like Mike? Like, what's?
I don't know his actual name.
What's the name that you decided you were going to give this guy who you like to talk about fisting everybody? Which, like, that joke was just beaten to the ground. Jesus. And Ram Man, because he rams things. So You're Ram Man. Okay,
yes.
Yeah, I got it. He's like, but call me, Bob. But we remember Duncan, which was never his name, except for occasionally on the cartoon. But like, they were going by toy name because that's what he named Tila, was from the toy name.
Right.
But we barely call him Man at Arms. I was like, it's fine.
No, they didn't.
Shockingly, I did not love it, and I'm not excited for another one.
The other one's kind of up in the air still. It's it lost a lot of money. It lost
Yeah,
a
but it's
lot of
Amazon,
money.
so they don't care.
Right. That's what I was
They're
saying.
making season 3 of Rings of Power, man,
That's true.
and nobody's watched that show
And
since it came out.
Masters Universe is going to do good on streaming.
It broke records its first week streaming.
Yeah. I mean, come on, the thing at the end where they all lean back and laugh like they did at the cartoon, that was cute. The him running off to change and everybody kind of like, doesn't he knows we all know who he is, right? Like the little spot on jokes were pretty funny. Did you watch the end credits?
Yeah, I that's why it took me 3 viewings, because this movie could have been like 90 minutes and would have been great.
The Earth stuff, I didn't need the Earth stuff either. They spent
it was 2.5 hours long.
Well, they were way longer on Earth than I thought they would be. Like that, way longer on Earth than I thought they would be. But
yeah, like I didn't need any of that. Like none, and I was like, wait a minute. So they found a sword and they put it in a comic shop. Like that's where your sword landed.
Yeah, why not?
Like, yeah, okay. 25 years later, it just ended up in doesn't whatever. So yeah, didn't love that. The end credits look. I like Orko. Orko was fun. He was better on the show.
Sure.
She-Ra, cool. I mean, I don't care about that at all.
Yeah.
And I liked that show way back when.
Yeah.
And then same thing with Skeletor's coming back. Ooh, shocking.
Oh, yeah.
I wish they would have set up Hordak instead. Give me Grizzly and some of the other. Maybe give me a Merman cameo.
Maybe the G.I. Joe movie will be better.
No, it won't. It won't. Because any movie they put out in a G.I. Joe format has to be a recruiting movie for the military. So it's a very trying time for them to try and do that. So I feel like that will be shelved until at least the next administration.
Maybe.
If they want to do what Hollywood does. Yeah. I also watched Mortal Kombat 2. Watched that last night. Got through that in one sitting.
Good?
No.
Fun?
It's look,
okay.
What's his name is great. Shit, I can't remember his name. From The Boys. Carl Urban.
Yeah. Carl.
He's great as Johnny Cage. I from the trailers, I felt like there was a lot of people not coming back. But they were all back. Like the trailer made me be like, oh, it's Johnny Cage and like that's it. But no, everybody from the first movie was back. Everybody that made it through, and some of the people that didn't make it through. But it was fun. I mean, the fight scenes were great. It was very Mortal Kombat-y. Where they did all the finishing moves. They did a lot more of just the straight up Mortal Kombat stuff. Still not as good as the ones in the 90s. In my opinion, but I also haven't really followed the Mortal Kombat mythology since the 90s.
Neither have I, but those 90s movies, that might be part of the reason why I don't want to see the new one, is because I know the 90s movie was they were awesome fun.
Yeah, it was. I think that the issue is the first one was so poorly received, and they were going to make a second one regardless, it seems. And they said, hey, all the stuff that didn't quite work in the first one, we're going to shelve that in this second movie. And they all of those characters, they were like, hey, they're all here, but they're over here now. Don't talk about it. Like Louis Tan was the star of the first one. He was barely in this one, snippets here and there. I think he'll factor into the third one more. But I don't know what other Mortal Kombat characters they haven't brought back yet, because I haven't played the game in a really long time.
It's been years since I played the game.
But it was nice to see Jimmy Olsen again, with his bionic arms.
Oh, that Jimmy Olsen, yeah.
Yeah, Mikad Brooks.
Yep.
But yeah, like I said, overall, I appreciated it. It was fun. It's a shame there was no end credit scene, because that would have been a cool one to do,
Right. Tease into another one.
Yeah. But yeah, not bad. What they did with Johnny Cage and Carl Urban was pretty fun, justifying why they cast 50-year-old Carl Urban as Johnny Cage. was pretty good, and the stuff with Baraka, is that his name? Yeah, Baraka, the guy with the crazy teeth that sticks out and everything.
Yep.
That was actually a really funny section that they got into a couple times with it. So if you haven't watched that, that's over on Max now streaming. I'm sure everybody watched that already. I just had not. And then before we get to the stuff that we both watched, let me just Cape Crusader's back. Cape Crusader's awesome. Go watch Cape Crusader.
I saw. Is this another season of it? So like I would have to watch
season 2.
So I would have to watch season 1.
Season 1 was like one of my favorite shows the year that it was on.
Will that tell me who Batman is?
What do you mean?
Who's Batman?
He's
a joke. It was a joke that did not land.
No.
Where could I watch? Well, actually, I can watch it different place than you can. But where would I normally watch it?
It's on Amazon.
Okay, then I can watch it on Amazon. I still have that.
Yeah, it's Hamish. Hamish Linkletter.
How many episodes?
They're short. I feel like there was maybe 10 episodes in season 1, but they're like half-hour episodes.
Sweet.
So it's a good while eating show for you, Frank. Eating your food, watching your half-hour show.
That's what I love because I finished Eureka the other day, so I'm all done, and that's bottled up for at least another year. So that's off the plate. Now I have. Well, there's a whole bunch of new shit coming back, but
this is one you might not like.
What, Cape Crusader?
Yeah, so I'm intrigued. It's very much like the animated series, but
I like the animated series.
But
I was just drinking a lot then.
It's a very different take on all of the characters. It's a reimagining of everything, which I don't mind those. I mind when you say like, hey, this is the thing, and then you fuck it up like Marvel keeps doing. That I don't like. Or like what DC keeps doing for the most part, where they're like, hey, we're going to make this, it's what you remember, but we're going to change these like 4 or 5 things that are major plot points that are going to make it shitty now.
Yep.
They changed the whole thing. Like everything's different. Like the Bullock stuff, the Gordons, all the characters, their backgrounds, everything about them. Like, you know, everybody that's built on the show is built like an actual person. Like they're not all like some boy's wet dream from the 90s. So like it's great though. I'm 1 episode in on the new season, and the last season was exceptional.
I won't say no. I do like me some Batman.
Yeah. Yeah, it's in the vein of Batman the Animated Series. Like it has that vibe to it, but it's a different take on everything.
Okay.
Let's see. X-Men 97, it's not great anymore. It's fine.
No.
Dead City is Negan and Maggie working together, which I appreciate. So, and they introduced Jimmy Simpson, I think's his name, if I remember his name right, from Westworld and Always Sunny and a bunch of other things. He's this new character that's like a little bit nuts that runs a bar and likes to talk to the zombies that he knocked their teeth out of to hang out with them.
Nice.
He's brilliant. He's like a breath of fresh air on this show and crazy as hell. It's delightful. So the new season of that, we'll see where they go with that. Because as always, it's a zombie set movie that has nothing to do with the zombies that are around.
Right.
And then, hey, something that we both watched. There was new Star Trek that dropped last week.
Yeah.
Strange New Worlds.
I love this show. I love the characters on the show. This episode wasn't for me. I am not a big horror guy, and they leaned really heavy into the horror with this. It wasn't a bad episode, but it absolutely... The first episode of the season was really good. The second episode, it seems like they're kind of trying some new things a little bit. This episode was a good episode, but it was not for me. Like, it wasn't my favorite of their episodes.
They seem to always try and reinvent themselves as they go. You know, where every episode, like, hey, let's try this genre for an episode. I don't think we've had a horror one before.
No, not with them, I don't think.
It's tough from a horror standpoint to pull it off especially when you star James Kirk and then Spock and La'an. La'an? Is that how you say her name? Yeah.
La'an.
Didn't she was the only one I had any concern for, and she was the one they put in the least danger.
Right.
Like I wasn't worried about Spock not making it.
Correct.
Or Kirk like not making it. So like the stakes weren't there, and it was just like body horror and like that kind of stuff, like for the sake of it. But it didn't land great for me because of, like I said, the fact that like the stakes weren't there. Because if it would have been characters that were lesser on the show, that I'm like, oh, this is how they're going to replace that one.
Right.
But
you know that these two guys are absolutely making it through.
Yeah, and they just started a new storyline for what's her name. So like they're like, oh, your body's changing last episode. So like, all right, so she's not going to be. They're all going to be fine. But like, I wish it would have been like the nurse, who I know makes it to the original series, but doesn't have to. If it was her, the doctor, and like number one, all in this episode. Like those three going through the same stuff, I thought would have been awesome.
You're getting to be Rebecca Romaine?
I think he's going to see Rebecca Romaine.
I think he's going to see, but Charles, if you get to be Rebecca Romaine this weekend, that's awesome too.
Especially if you're going to go as her Mystique from the 90s in an accurate costume. Good luck.
I would like to see pictures of that. Yeah, there was no, cutting the ears. That was different. Okay.
Yeah, but we also know, like, hey, it's the future. Like, bzz, hey, they're fixed. Hey, look at that.
Right.
I was like, Spock had pointy ears in all of the stuff Spock was in. So, like, I'm not worried about,
Correct.
Like I said, if they would have done it with different characters on the show, or even, I know Pike's going to make it through for a while.
So Pike makes it to the original series.
That's what I mean. So, like, I wouldn't have been worried about Pike either, but, like, I don't know about the characters I mentioned. Like, throw them in it, Or introduce a new character and kill them off so there's actually a horror, right? Like, that would have been way cooler to me.
So doing the Battlestar, they call it Reactica, right? Because they actually haven't seen it, so they started calling it the rewatch. But all the people like watching along with them are like, but you haven't seen it before. It's not a rewatch. It's a reaction. So they changed it. It's a Battlestar Reactica, which is cool, right?
Yeah.
But every time they're watching it and a new person comes on screen, they're like, oh, you're going to die. Like, oh, you're introducing a new person. You're fodder. You're dead. And most of the time it's right.
Well,
but it's been,
good.
No, I think, but it's been a lot of fun because they've had, they had Trisha Helfer on twice already, like because they're in season 2 now. So they had Trisha, they fly them out to their house. I think they live up in Oregon somewhere. Yeah. They fly into people out to their house. They've had, Tomo on, who played Hilo.
Yep.
They've had Trisha twice for 4 episodes so far. They had Aaron Douglas on. He is a blast to listen to. He's great. He's got a lot of great stories, and he just seems like he's fun to be around. And they have Mike Trucco keeps rescheduling on them, but Edward James Olmos is coming. Bear McCreary's coming to sit with them for an episode or two, the composer. Yep. I think Ronald Moore's I think they're trying to get Ronald Moore. Grace Park, who doesn't like go out and like do things like this, is going to come to the house and hang out with them. It's been cool, but their reactions when someone new comes on screen has been hilarious.
I bet. Yeah. They, well, it reminds me of the intern they introduced last season of Strange New Worlds.
Yeah.
For the doctor. Right. And like, you were like, oh, is he going to be a new ongoing character? And then you were like, oh no, they're doing all sorts of crazy stuff to him. Cool.
Because he looked really cool and it looked like he would actually be part of the crew going forward. And I was like, oh, okay, this dude looks really okay.
Right.
And no. One other thing with Star Trek, and this week's episode looks like it's going to be a fun, lighthearted episode. The writers have said that it is canon that Pelia has met a doctor because she keeps dropping Doctor Who references.
Yeah,
and they said that in their world it is canon now that that she has met a doctor.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah, they haven't said which one, so it's vague, and I like it. Charles said the cast of Grimm is coming to Sci-Fi Valley Con. Yeah, the Grimm cast has been making the rounds. That's one of their 25th anniversary, maybe 10-year anniversary.
It's probably 20.
But I saw them. Grimm is how old is Grimm? Grimm
2011, so 15th anniversary.
15th, okay. Yeah, 10 since it's over almost. But yeah, okay. Yeah, that's cool. I didn't like. I wasn't into the show. It wasn't my thing. I actually didn't even realize it was on at first. But I'm a huge fan.
I love the first season.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Bitsy from Superman and Lois.
Yeah, first season of Grimm, I was all in, and then it was Friday nights, and that didn't really keep working out for me.
No, it didn't work for us back then.
Well, it wasn't that long ago.
Sure it was.
So that brings so Silo. We didn't get to too much before. We can hit that real quick.
I'm enjoying the slow burn on Silo.
Because you had such a fast burn for the first 2.5 seasons.
It probably is. I'm miserable the fact that I have to wait weekly for it now and not just watch the whole thing at once. I did see it. They did like a little interview thing where a couple of them talked about fan theories. Like they would read off a fan theory. And Tim Robbins is hilarious. Like keeps talking about maybe this, and he keeps winking at the camera like the whole time he's reading it. But they basically debunked every theory that is out there right now that the fans are saying. Oh. One of them about they didn't debunk. They didn't debunk the one where they said that just the land around New Orleans is messed up and that everywhere else it's fine. That's a theory.
Well, yeah, but it's based on books. So like
right, but they're changing things from the books because if I don't know if I mentioned it last episode, but they said this book that they're doing, Juliet doesn't show up until basically the last page.
Right, but I mean they're not going to change like
they could.
I doubt they're going to change like the core of the book.
Honestly don't know the core of the books, and I don't want to. This is one of those things where like with House of Dragons, I kind of looked ahead a little bit because I was getting bored.
You shouldn't have, because that like a little bit's very spoilery for stuff going on.
I don't know all of what happened this episode. The most recent one I do know, but as far as Silo goes, we'll go back to Silo. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the slow burn, and with her getting her memory back and things kind of moving forward.
Yeah, we finally started. It's been kind of spinning its wheels so far this season.
A little bit.
This most recent episode finally starts to move the plot forward and give you some more reveals of who's behind what, and Common's finally getting to be in it some, which is great because that's been missing this season. But we also, it's been like 2 weeks since we really did anything in the past either. So like, or in wherever, in modern times. So I just wanted to keep moving. So I hope we don't do what season 2 kind of did, which for you, the binge of it was probably helpful, but for everybody else, season 2 was a slog.
Yeah.
Because like if you had to wait every week for season 2, oh my God, it was awful.
Watching that week to week would have been rough.
So it was like, oh, is she going to go from this room to that room this week? Yay.
Yeah. Watching that week to week would have been really rough.
I wonder if Juliet's going to survive the water. Oh no.
It was really, really good to just hit next episode and start.
Yeah. And then we'll hit Hot D real quick just so we can get to Brand New Day, which I know everybody's been patiently waiting for.
Yeah.
So you're a little behind on House of the Dragon, but
so I got halfway through, maybe halfway through. I actually stopped the second time Allison showed up on screen in this episode with her son and was just like, I can't right now because it's weird.
Well, you should finish the scene.
No. So I got through that scene
Okay.
And then I got to the next scene where she actually shows up
Got it.
and with the guy that they sent with her who did not last long.
Yeah. So then after that, they set up everything for the finale for the next 20 minutes. So
Okay. Well, that's good. I'll get back to it. I will. I do have to eat tonight, so.
Cool. All right. So that brings us to Brand New Day. So we will be spoiling that quite a bit for anybody who's not seen Spider-Man Brand New Day. Go pause the show, go see the movie, and then come back.
Help it beat Avatar.
Yeah.
Avatar's probably going to re-release in a couple
It's not going to beat Avatar.
No.
Endgame will take Avatar back out in a month.
Yeah.
Now that it's required rewatching, which
It is.
hopefully that means they still drop it on Disney Plus in like November. Would be great.
Well, Spider-Man Brand New Day is required viewing for what's going forward. Yeah. There's a lot. Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Set up. I want to hear what you thought because I think we have, again, a little bit different opinions on the movie.
Yeah, I mean it was fun. I loved the stuff with Frank and Spider-Man. I don't love the MJ stuff is so boring to me. The Peter MJ stuff. Only because I've seen it's like I've seen it so many times in movies and all these are like, oh, I don't remember you. Okay, all right, I still love you. I didn't date another girl for the last 4 years for reasons. Because I've been stalking you the whole time.
I don't think he stalked her the whole time. I think he was out fighting crime. He didn't really start stalking her until the end.
Oh, no.
The party.
He was stalking on Instagram the whole time watching Ned's stories.
Well, that's not that bad.
I mean, that's what kids do now. They don't go actually stalk people, Frank. They just stalk their online life.
Right.
The Hulk stuff was cool. Yelena's office was fun. Weird. It was a bit for a bit's sake. Awful underutilization of Tremel Tillman. Unless we're going to bring him back and reimagine.
Which one was
Metzger?
Oh,
Metzger.
Yeah.
He's from Severance. He's an amazing actor. But just a criminal underutilization of him all in to make him like this big, like, mustache twirling kind of character. I was like, oh, what a waste. I thought Ned got like super in shape. And I guess he turned it around for the movie.
The end of it. Yeah, more towards the end of it.
Well, no, he was super in shape when they dropped No Way Home.
He looks really good now.
Again. Yeah, he put on a bunch of weight for the movie.
Maybe.
Which I don't know why they needed to make him do that. Because then if you didn't, you could have made him Hobgoblin in a future movie, which would have been cool. And then we had
he promised Peter he would never kill him.
And we had the Sadie Sink of it all.
We did.
That reveal, which is fine.
I am shocked that they actually did that.
Look, I spent months saying they would never put Jean Grey in a Sony movie.
You did.
And I wish they hadn't, because they tried to put they crammed like 4 movies into this movie.
I thought so. I way enjoyed the movie more than you. I thought that the web swinging, which was a lot of practical work and not CGI. There was a lot of practicalness in that. There's some behind the scenes footage coming out now of the web swinging. I thought it was some of the best web swinging that they've done in a Spider-Man movie. I liked the view from inside the mask.
I like that view. I didn't like the fact that there's another freaking AI in his suit, but
yeah, but it I guess it fits because he doesn't have all the Tony Stark gadgets.
But he's Spider-Man. He doesn't need them. Like we got out away from the.
It's more of it's an updated. He's got a leotard again.
It's just so he's not talking to himself the whole time. It's the problem I find, and it's not really a problem, but what they have to work around in all of these movies is like, hey, in the comics you have a narrator,
yes,
and they can think.
Yes.
If I don't give them someone to talk to, it just seems like there's a voiceover now, which everybody hates voiceovers.
Yeah. And
So
I
like,
don't mind it. I didn't mind that at all. I didn't mind a 3D printer doing stuff. Like it's a very updated movie. Like it's very today.
oh yeah.
The stuff with Frank and Spider-Man was great. I saw some minor pushback on how Frank's different from Netflix, but yeah, he's got to be a little bit different from Netflix because that, like, you know, it's a different medium.
Yeah,
But
that I don't mind.
no, I didn't mind that at all. I loved their friendship because they're like that in real life. Like they're really, really close in real life.
Yeah, they had the same scene in the Odyssey.
Do they?
Mm-hmm.
I know that they have. I know that Barenthal filmed Tom's Spider-Man reel for his audition, and then Tom turned around and filmed his for Punisher, and I think that's kind of cool. I didn't hate the MJ stuff as much as you did, just because I was curious as how they were going to get out of it and what weird trope they were going to use to wash it all away, and they didn't really do that. They didn't really just wash it away. Like they didn't give you a movie and they didn't just put her right back where she was the movie before, where she remembers him and everything's fine. Does she remember him? Did Jean Grey pull that out of her at the end? Like when she shockwaved everyone? Did she pull that out of her, even though she had said that she was in her mind and
I don't think so.
Anything. But because she was crying and then she was back up on the roof. So it, you know, I like that they didn't explain that. My personal theory with the Ned part of it all is when he goes to shake his hand and that muscle memory kind of takes over, but Ned's also magic, if you remember. He told you. Mm-hmm. Magic. So maybe that helped him remember him a little bit. I wasn't happy that they had Ned make the spider tracker because that's a Miles Morales thing.
Hokey Manky Banky, whatever the hell his name is. Right, the Miles is, but that's what Ned is. Ned is that friend of Miles's.
Right.
That character doesn't exist in Peter Parker lore anywhere.
Again, it didn't take away from the movie for me. I thoroughly enjoyed the superpowers that Spider-Man, like I thoroughly enjoyed that. The Hulk scene was great. Getting big Super Hulk was awesome. Get away from Smart Hulk and don't ever go back to Smart Hulk again. Stay with angry, mean Hulk.
I don't mind Smart Hulk. Whiny Smart Hulk is stupid, but
yes.
But like, there's like a whole Hulk run that was Joe Fixit, where he was like an enforcer in Vegas and was like not dumb. It's awesome. Like it would be a super fun TV show. Like
the one thing missing from the movie was Hulk's son. I didn't see him anywhere. I didn't notice Hulk's son anywhere.
That's because Scar went back to Planet Hulk.
Oh, okay. And the end credits. What do you think the end credits meant?
Dumb shit.
So it's not.
It doesn't. Is this? It didn't even make sense. The end credits.
Oh,
like the spider trackers for like sightings of spider. Oh, somebody spotted him in the middle of space. What?
Right. But it's not Tom Holland. It's got to be an incursion.
Whatever. We won't see that for another year and a half. So I was annoyed enough that I don't want to speculate on it. Like that was our teaser.
I love the movie way more than you did by far. I thought that was probably I like No Way, or what was the last one? No Way Home was the last one, right? I like this one just under No Way Home.
It's in my top 3 Tom Holland movies.
It's hard to rank the 4 of them. The second one was probably the worst of the 4 with Mysterio.
Yeah.
The first one's still great too. That scene with Michael Keaton in the car is wonderful. The tension in that scene is great.
Agree. Yeah, I mean that's the best one. And I didn't even love that one, but the Michael Keaton of it all, and the car scene and him meeting at the
The,
house with MJ.
the
Oh my
other,
god,
the
or not
other,
with them, with whoever, Liz.
yeah. The other small problem I had was the fact that they just montage through all the villains, and if you don't bring Tombstone back, who's a great villain to use, and I mean, yeah, you use Scorpion a little bit more, but still think you could have done more.
I mean, it's Michael Mando's awesome, and like leaving him on the rack for 10 years,
yeah,
is like a sin, man.
right.
Like he's great.
So what? One final question about Spider-Man is this 33 feet thing now? Is that like going to be set in stone? Because like Stargate did that with a gate can only be open for 30, 34 or 37 minutes. And at times they backed themselves into a corner by doing that because they had to find creative ways to get the gate to stay open longer for things when they put an arbitrary number on it. Now,
no, because she already pushed past it when they blew out her
powers at the end, and that 33 feet jumping thing is no longer an issue.
Yeah, look, she's always been a telepath, but she's always been more a telekinetic, has always been her strength.
Right.
More so than that. And the telepathy thing was something she had to develop more and more as she got older. I don't love her motivation, which really sours me on where they're going to go with the mutant saga in general.
Well, unless you know she's on the bus on the way to go see Professor X.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine, but now it's like, but she's a terrorist. It's the same thing as like, there's no way that the cops were like, "Oh, Frank Castle, we love you. Here, come hang out with us in the hospital in the ambulance." And he's in hiding because he's wanted by every agency in the country.
Yeah, but now the new mayor wipes that away.
No,
we don't know what's going to happen.
Don't be silly.
We don't know what's going to happen in the Netflix.
No, that's not going to happen.
Maybe.
He's a mass murderer, Frank.
He was, but mass murderers sometimes are misunderstood.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, you can check me out at jackkidmusic.com, see where I'll be the next 2 weeks. Check out Frank tomorrow at the Island of Relevancy with T, talking all about SummerSlam. And thanks for finding the Geek Spot with us, everybody. We'll see you next time.
We appreciate you. I want Burger King.